Okay, so talking about the swing that we discussed, for me there was sort of two wrongs making it right. There was a dip in the downswing and an arm bend in the through-swing, causing your body not to work very well. As we said, why it became, we don't know, but partly the reason when we get in the winter, we get cold, we get wrapped up with loads of clothes, we tend to get like our fetal position, we don't want to move so much to try and just stay warm. The body can't work as well. If the body can't move, the arms will bend because they can't both extend across your body. One's got to bend to keep both hands on the golf club. So when the arms start bending, we often top of the golf ball, and not what the compensation then you require then to reach the ground was from here. Once you swung from the top of your backswing there, okay, as you swung back down, there was a big drop to reach the golf ball. When you timed it well, after the third or fourth shot of the clubs you went through, we said the 8-iron was, first was a bit, second was not great, third was good, 6-iron, same sort of pattern, hybrid, same sort of pattern. On the golf course, I haven't got the luxury of 3 shots at one time because you hit in one shot and you've got to get the best you can, okay? So what we've got to try and do is keep that height as you go back. So again, same good backswing there. Your backswing now is fine. We get the little line on your hat there. Okay, as we rotate back down now, we're not dropping quite so far. There's still a bit of a drop. It's not going to go straight away as we said, but it's not as much, and you're a bit more on top of the ball, and the body now is starting to move. This one we did hang back a little bit. Some of the better shots you've hit, that foot has moved a lot more, and you create a bit more twist with the hips, okay? That will come with a bit of practice, I think. But if we can keep the height and just focus on that twisting, that right foot will just start lifting automatically. It's more of a byproduct of a good move rather than you trying to kick it through. I think if you just try and kick it through, you lose balance. So it sort of initially comes through and then goes, no, I'm losing balance, and goes back down again. So it will happen as a result of a good movement, okay? But you can see through the swing here now how narrow your hands are, really sort of tucked into your body, almost trying to sort of get underneath the golf ball or try and get out your own way. Almost in some ways your brain goes, the ground's a bit nearer to me now, you need to try and get this, change something, get the club shorter or bend my arms, and that's kind of what you were doing. And it kind of worked, so when you hit the ball well, it was great, but they said the bad shot was too far apart from the good shot. We want to try and bridge that gap, get your good shot and your bad shot to be similar. And that, I think, is the biggest thing in terms of improvement as a golfer. If you had 2 golfers on a range here, I know at your level, and maybe someone on like 15 handicap, a good lady golfer, whatever, and you hitting golf balls side by side, the 15 handicap or 18 handicap wouldn't be that much better on the good shots, but their miss-hit shots would be far more noticeable than your miss-hit shots. And that's basically the difference. It's not really how good their good shots are. You could, I mean, you hit that hybrid there that went 150 nearly with an absolute awesome strike. I was like, press the save button. That's as good as a single-figure handicapper. But they do that all the time.
Yeah, right.
And they're just doing that consistently because their move is a far more repeatable move. If a golf swing is reliant on 2 different movements adjusting to try and come back to that central spot, it's never going to work under pressure or never going to work on a golf course when every single shot is different. You'll tee up off a flat lie, hopefully, with a ball and a tee, then on uphill lie, downhill lie, side hill lie, different at the clubs, all these different sort of variables that come into it. And if your swing is reliant on an adjustment and timing, you're not going to get it, are you? So when you get that timing right, and when you're playing well, you might play 4 or 5 holes really, really good. But then when one's not quite working, you play 4 holes and you think, oh my God, have I played golf before? Because they're just very different variables, you see. So if we can eliminate all those compensations, keep the height, keep the width, just think big circle. We talked about the swing there being that movement around the body there. As we said, the golf swing for me is sort of just 2 circles. The club swings round 1 and your hand swing round 1. If we can swing the golf club back as usual, normal backswing is fine. As we come through, try and get those hands closer to that outside circle. The body rotating better will help that. If the body stops, the arms can't get over there, can they? The arms can't reach sort of this position. They're always going to have to get tucked in. Okay, so keep the height, keep the circle. Hopefully that consistency level will start increasing so your bad shot gets better. And that's the thing. Golf is a game of miss-hits. I said to Owen when he's on the golf course, if he in a tournament hits 3 or 4 perfect shots, that's good. You don't every shot perfectly. Most shots are good miss-hits, just not into trouble. You miss the sweet spot by half an inch or an inch, but as long as it goes straight and somewhere towards your target, you're okay. You can't you think that if you break down what a golf swing is, swinging a 3.5 foot metal object, 20, think about the width of that circle from back there, how far that club travels from all the way back there, back to the goal. It's about 20, 25 feet, depending on the height of the golfer. And at that speed, 70 mile an hour hitting a 1.5 inch size object.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Exactly, with a sweet spot the size of your thumbnail.
Yeah.
So to hit that perfect sweet spot, how many times are you actually going to really do that?
Yeah.
Not very often. Yeah. So as long as your miss-hits are okay miss-hits, you've got a chance. If they're spraying left, right and centre or topping 10 yards, golf is
then
difficult.
you're way behind.
Exactly. Make sense, yeah?
Yeah, it
cool.
does, yeah.